When you buy or rent a home, you may expect to find problems with insulation, mold, or peeling paint. But what if you learned your house was the scene of a gruesome murder? 8 News anchor Carrie O'Brien has this warning for buyers and renters.
Horrific crimes behind the closed doors of these homes. If the walls of this Richmond house could talk, they would tell the 1996 story of Cynthia Johnson and her young daughter Heather, both brutally murdered inside. The Junaluska Drive home set on fire to cover up the crime.
We'll probably be looking to move as soon as possible.
Eli Driggers, who's now renting the house, learned about the homicides from us.
My fiance and I had absolutely no idea that this had happened. It definitely would have got nixed off the list of possible rentals had we known.
What happened here is not that unusual. Landlords and realtors don't have to disclose a property's ghastly past.
Under Virginia law, a realtor does not have to disclose if there's been a murder or suicide inside of a home unless there's some kind of effect on the physical property.
I think that's morally reprehensible. I think that it's your right to know what you're getting into. It's no different than buying a car that was flooded.
Even if you ask, has there ever been a murder in this house? Here in Virginia, the realtor can't tell you.
They have got to have permission from the seller in order to do that.
Benny Waller, a professor of finance and real estate at Longwood University in Farmville, understands why agents are reluctant to reveal a home's secrets. He has been researching the impact a murder can have on a property's value.
Across the country, stigmatized properties sell for less.
Not far from Longwood's campus, in 2009, fellow professor Deborah Kelly, her estranged husband, daughter, and daughter's friend were bludgeoned to death in this First Avenue home. Search warrants show a trail of blood and horrors spread throughout the house. Before the murders, Professor Kelly's home was tax assessed at $240,000. After the murders, it was sold to an investor, auctioned off at $104,000. That investor tried to sell the house. It was on the market for 3 years, but no buyer. An online description calls this house across from Longwood's campus a history-filled home. Sure is. In 1991, Robert Bruce shot and killed his wife here.
It's a very, very lovely home.
Still, it sat on the market for about 3 years and sold for about $100,000 less than market rate.
Anecdotal evidence tells me that properties where horrific crimes have occurred typically will stay on the market 3, 4, or 5 times longer.
So buyer beware. If you're house hunting, you need to do your homework. Talk to neighbors or do a Google search of the address. Carrie O'Brien, 8 News.
Thank you, Carrie. And there is no push to change this law here in Virginia, and 40 other states have a similar law. If you are wondering about your home's history, a new website claims for a small fee to know if someone has died in your house. And you can check out the link on our website, WRIC.com.